Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. We're entering Paphos from the Chlorica side. We're going to take a little bit of a wiggle because we want to go down towards the Tomb of the Kings area and we want to miss all the traffic. So we're going to take a right turn here and we're going to wiggle and we're going to waggle. I promise you some great views out across the blue Mediterranean Sea. So sit back and relax, adjust the flip-flops, grab yourself something to drink and perhaps a Romeo and Juliet cigar, and join me as we go for an adventure in and around Paphos. Look at that for a view there. You can just about see over the tree tops the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea, and the weather, to be honest, is truly, well, it's sensational. I don't think spectacular is good enough word. It really is truly sensational. The summer is hanging on for its dear life, although autumn is coming, but of course autumn, to be honest, is quite mild in downtown Paphos. And if you're curious to know what the weather is, perhaps if your name is Lady Dawn, you've got a husband in your life and his name is Sir Sean, you've got a very clever dog called Sir Bobo, and a partner in his crimes known as Lady Daisy the Pussycat. Well, the weather today, the temperature at just gone, 11:15 in the morning, is 30 degrees. There's a slight breeze and a slight bit of humidity, but to be honest, it really is absolutely spectacular. And we know that you're coming on a big bird very soon indeed. Some of the people who are already in town, we've got our girl, Lady Paula Marie, and of course she's brought with her the surfboard kid known as, what's his name? We know what his name is, don't we? And his name is Sir Jim, and he's surfing all the way around Paphos. He's starting off in the St. George Hotel and now he's surfing his way towards the downtown kid of Paphos Harbour because they're going to go on a boat trip, and you never know, they might come and join us in the Pelican restaurant this evening. Look at that for a view. Did I not promise you a spectacality of a view indeed? There it is. Look at that. Feast your eyes and digest. That is the beauty and the spectacality of the blue Mediterranean Sea. And there's one or two boats sailing around out there, that's for sure. And you never know, Sir Jim and the girl known as Lady Paula Marie may be on a boat, especially for you. Let's take a left and then let's work our way down towards the Tomb of the Kings area. So we're now in the lower foothills, shall we say, of Midtown Paphos. Those buildings over there towards the right are the ones that face from the market in the Old Town area. So we now understand why people like to buy those apartments, because their view is absolutely spectacular indeed. So sit back. Very surely we are going to join the Tomb of the Kings Road, and we're going to take a right and head out towards Chlorica, because we're going to go and collect some money off a gentleman. Yes, always gentlemen when they like to pay you, aren't they? There we are. But one thing's for sure, if you want to come to Paphos at this time of year, you are going to get a spectacular holiday, and the temperature, to be honest, to most people is just about right. 30 degrees in the daytime and around about 21, 22 in the evening time. So you still need your aircon on. So if you're in the harbour area, in the promenade area, well, you don't need much in the way of clothing, that's for sure. Bring with you a light jacket or perhaps a light cardigan and you will be doing fine. Here we go. Up over another speed bump. There's one or two more coming up, and then we're going to join the main dual carriageway, the inner ring road as I call it. If you go left, you go straight in towards Paphos and the Paphos Mall roundabout. We're either going to go right and head out towards Chlorica and the St. George crossroads. If you were to go left at the crossroads, or when we get there, you would drive straight into the foyer of the St. George Hotel and Spa. But we're going to go right up the hill towards Chlorica Village. And up there you've got various bars, restaurants, shops and all those kind of things. And again, most of the apartment complexes up there, their front entrances may not have a view, but when you look out their rear entrance, they'll be looking out across that blue Mediterranean Sea. Are these lights going to go to red? No, they're not. There we are. Thanks, Andrea. She got the special zapper and she keeps all of the traffic lights on green, especially for me. But what a spectacality of a day indeed. If you're in a dreary place with a bit of drizzle coming down your windows, perhaps in damp downtown Cardiff, and your name is Lord Jeremy and Lord Simon, well, it won't be long now and you'll be in downtown Paphos. You'll be prancing your stuff along the promenade with a blonde wig on and a little skirt on, making a special video with Miss Otching Grisevia at the booth. And afterwards we'll go and get a drink or two in one of the little restaurants in the harbour area. If you want to go up to Coral Bay and well, burgle your grandfather's villa, why not? I'll transport you up and I'll supply the balaclavas. There we go. Exiting Paphos, and now this is downtown Clorica. The first landmark coming up, to be honest, is probably the King Elephant Hotel, or the King Eliathan to give it its correct title. 5-star luxury beachside hotel that sits on the cusp of the blue Mediterranean Sea. And it's sitting there waiting especially for you. I remember last year we had the great pleasure to meet Tom, and he had a great holiday in there with his mum and dad and his 2 sisters. And well, he's looking forward to coming back because he says he's missing Paphos like crazy. Now, I warn you, when you're driving in and around Paphos, please stick to the speed limits. Well, when I say stick to the speed limits, often you'll see a sign saying 50. So that means you can travel around about 69 kilometers an hour before the boys in blue will zap you. So if you travel around about 60, 65, you haven't got to worry, and in fact they'll even salute you. So that's the magic speed, 60 to 65 kilometers an hour anywhere in Paphos, except on the highway. Obviously there you can do 120, even though you're only supposed to do 100. So they are quite lax. The boys in blue don't want to book you, they don't want to arrest you. What's this one doing driving on the wrong side of the road? We don't know. Perhaps he thinks he's in Greece, who knows. Now, if you take a left there, you'd go down to the Clorica beach, a little car park, and you can park up and go for a nice little walk with your dog or your cat, you never know, or go do a bit of sunbathing. And then coming up just further yonder, you'll be able to turn and go to the Duck Pond Market. So, slowly but surely, if you come back to the little channel known as Marika and me, you will learn your way in and around the area of Paphos. It's not that big an area, and it's quite easy to circumnavigate it. And if ever you get lost, just hunt for the blue Mediterranean Sea, and you won't be far from civilization, shall we say. So we're going to keep on going a little bit further and name some of the landmarks along the way. We've got a 24-hour kiosk coming up on your left hand side, and it's more than a kiosk. As you can see, it's quite big. It sells pretty much everything that you could ever want. So if you're in this area on a holiday, pop in there and take a bit of falloose. That's money, by the way, in Arabic, and of course you'll be able to buy whatever you want. So this is the St. George Crossroads. If you go left, St. George Hotel. If you go right, up into Clorica Village. Right in front of us is the Leonardo Laura Beach and Splash Resort, and then next door to that is the Azure. So we'll keep on going a little bit and give you 1 or 2 more landmarks along the way. You've got the Angelica Taverna there on the right hand side. Good food, and they do great pizza, by the way. So if you like pizza and you're in this area, that could be that special restaurant for you. What's coming up further down here? Oh, the Poppadoms. Yeah, Poppadoms Indian restaurant. So if your name is Sir Mike and you've got a girl in your life called Lady Liz, that Shady Tree and the Shady Lady, this could be on your list, because they do like to frequent the odd Indian takeaway or restaurant or two. And while you're at it, you've got Mario's Golf Park just on the right hand side as well. Crazy golf football, and a few other bits and bobs. What's coming up here? Helios Bay, that's coming up on our left hand side. Again, sits on the cusp of the blue Mediterranean Sea. So there it is. This is the Poppadoms Indian restaurant, and it opens up normally around about 5 o'clock, and it's open till about 11ish, and it opens up on the Saturdays and the Sundays for lunch as well. This is the final stretch now that takes us out towards Coral Bay and the Peyia area. So let's go and keep going that bit further and get that great view out across the blue Mediterranean Sea, especially for you. And we're now coming into downtown Clorica. No, Kisonica. I'm confusing my Cloricas and Kisonicas today, so please forgive me. It is confusing around here. Most people haven't got a clue where they are. All they know is if you go in one way, you end up in Paphos, and if you go the other way, you end up in Peyia. And if you keep on going, the Camus, and if you keep on going, Polis, or into the blue Mediterranean Sea. What's coming up around this corner now? Let's have a quick look. I got a feeling this is the Golden Beach Hotel, isn't it? And this changed its name a while back, so I can't remember what it's called now, but it's called the Golden Beach Hotel now, and of course it sits on the cusp of the blue Mediterranean Sea. Nice hotel. Lots of people tell us the food is good, the accommodation is good, and of course the view out across the blue Mediterranean Sea takes your breath away. So here we are, shops all around us. Nice little supermarket there called IKEA Agora. Sells lots of expat products at a reasonable price as well. If you want your cat or your dog groomed, there's a groomer's there. If you've got a laptop with you and you want some repairs, Paphos Computers is just over there. And I believe one of the greatest coffee shops now is coming up just on the left hand side. It's called the Rafe Coffee Shop, and I often go there when I'm on my way to Peyia, because I think the girls are very pleasant, and I think they make a very good coffee indeed. What's coming up next? The Atlantica Bay Paphos, what's it called, this place? A new hotel. It's not been there that long, so it's the Atlantica Mari Village Paphos, and that's one hell of a complex, that's for sure, and it's sitting on the cusp of the blue Mediterranean Sea. Just opening the window a little bit, so I'll shout that bit for you, because I'm going to light my Romeo and Juliet as we start to ascend into downtown Peyia. Just coming up on the left is the Sunset Bay, and that's quite a big hotel apartment complex with restaurants and a kiosk supermarket, and again that sits on the cusp of the blue Mediterranean Sea. We're coming towards the Kisonica crossroads, and then we'll be on the final ascent across the blueness to our left hand side towards the Coral Bay and the Peyia area. So if you're looking for somewhere great to have a holiday, Coral Bay is very popular indeed. And of course, if your name is Lady Ali, you've got a man in your life called Sir Neil, and you've got two dads, one called Lord Mike and one called Sir Brian. Guess what? You're having the time of your life in downtown Coral Bay. Chuchki dancing every single night down the Coral Bay Strip, I will bet. CU Beach Bar, that's coming up on the left. Quite a few people like that place, there's no doubt about that. There's a man in downtown Portsmouth, his name is Sir Daniel. He's got a girl in his life who's always right. Good morning to Lady Sherry Wright. Look at the blueness. That is the blue. It's got a turquoisey blue colour, isn't it? Beautiful. Absolutely spectacular. So want to get yourself on a big bird or a canoe. Start paddling like crazy, because I tell you what, Paphos Cyprus, Marika and me are waiting especially for you. Thanks for watching, and of course we'll see you again somewhere in downtown Paphos again very soon indeed. Feast your eyes and digest. That is the hillside of Peyia, Coral Bay to the left. I don't think that it can get much better than that. Thanks for watching. That really is a spectacality of a view indeed.